I didn't report what he did, and that was the point. At my last job, there was a guy named Mark who everyone trusted. He'd been there for years, knew the systems, trained new people, always stayed late, the kind of person managers rely on without thinking twice. I ended up working pretty closely with him after a few months. At first, he was helpful, showed me shortcuts, explained how things really worked behind the scenes, but after a while, I started noticing little things that didn't add up. Small discrepancies in reports, numbers that didn't quite match, nothing obvious, just enough to make you pause for a second. I remember bringing it up once casually, like I was probably just misunderstanding something. He didn't get defensive, he just smiled and said, "You're overthinking it, the system does that sometimes." So I let it go. But I started paying attention. And the more I looked, the clearer it became that it wasn't random. He was moving things around, adjusting entries just enough that nobody would question it unless they were really looking. It wasn't sloppy, it was careful. That's when I realized something uncomfortable. If I could see it after a few months, he'd probably been doing it for years. I thought about reporting it, going straight to management, showing them what I found. But the problem was I didn't have anything solid, just patterns, suspicion, and a guy who had way more credibility than I did. So instead, I did nothing. At least, that's what it looked like. I kept working like normal, kept asking questions, let him think I had dropped it completely. But in the background, I started keeping my own records. Quietly. Dates, changes, before and after versions of reports. I didn't confront him again. I didn't warn anyone. I just let him keep going. Because the more confident he felt, the less careful he became. And eventually, he made a mistake. A small one. But this time, I didn't fix it. The mistake itself wasn't huge. On its own, it probably wouldn't have meant much. Just another odd entry, something you could explain away if you had to. But this time, it didn't get buried.